I always remember as a young kid, maybe 8, 9, 10, being really interested in books that weren't really appropriate for me. Stuff like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and The Devil Rides Out and that kind of thing.
My family are all very kind of working class Scottish, and if you look at all my relatives and all the people that we grew up with, there were very few books around. So I really need to say a big thanks to my mum and dad, because our family grew up in an oasis of books. We were completely surrounded by books, and that's my memory. It's a memory of we were never not reading. There was always books in our house.
I read all the time. I used to bunk off school and go to libraries. That's how sad I was. There was no hanging around on street corners for me. Oh no, I went to Ruislip Manor Library and sat in the warm.
I have this very striking memory of reading an incredibly bad ENID BLYTON book, very improbable, about Chinese paratroopers hiding in a Welsh mountain, which I've never been able to find again, but which struck me so much that I can remember being very upset when I finished it, because I thought, well, I'd never have the chance to read this again.
Some of my favourite books when I was growing up were Roald Dahl books. They're really imaginative, but they're not patronising.
My clearest memory of reading when I was young is devouring the Fighting Fantasy series by Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. I can recall hiding under the covers. I can even smell the pages today.
One of the first books I remember loving as a child was this book here. It's called WINKIE the Squirrel. I was about 5 at the time. So anyway, it was a lovely book about this squirrel that falls out of a nest, and he's knocked out, and the children whose garden he lives in find him, and they take him indoors and they look after him until he's better, and they put him back in the tree and he's okay after that.
Every Christmas my dad would buy me the BEANO annual, and I used to love it because I wasn't a great reader, so I really enjoyed comic books, and it was something that we could do together. So yes, one of my favourite memories is reading the BEANO with my dad.